They're fighting tooth and nail over them. It makes me think there might be a separate buyer that they're all competing for. What I don't understand is what's so special about those collars. I can't imagine why so many are trying to get their hands on them. Oh, for once something I know that you don't. So how long has this been going on for? With the cats and collars and stuff? Oh, months, darling. It's been a bad scene for a while. How was no one besides your shady friends picked up on anything? Surely I've noticed something after this one. Sweetie, you don't even notice when you have kitty litter on your butt. I don't think you're an expert on what does and doesn't draw attention. Besides, my shady friends like to keep things on the down low. And they're very good at what they do. So then I guess the question is, this has happened more than twice. How many times has it happened? A lot. Like 3, 4, high single digits. Try high double digits. And those are just the ones I've heard of. Might even be triple digits. Oh my god, that's bad. I don't know if I can count that high. I only have 18 toe pads. Math wasn't my strong suit. Why do you have 18? Yeah, why are you missing 2? I didn't think you had any strong suits. I mean, the suit you're wearing is pretty bad. So you're telling me that for the past few months, countless cats have been appearing in town through giant holes in the roof, only for the underworld gangs to show up and snatch them in their collars? More or less. Like I keep saying, it's a bad scene. Yeah, I know. You're not wrong, though. Those poor cats. So noble, so adorable, so misunderstood. Are you talking about the missing cats or yourself? Remember, most of the missing cats were also very, very weird. Which applies to you too, now that I think about it. Seems like my kitty case is just the tip of the iceberg. Not a penguin in sight to help. Well, thanks, Elma. This helped my investigation a lot. I'm not entirely sure how yet, but I'm sure it'll come up eventually. Oh well, that makes risking my life blabbing criminal secrets all worth it if you might maybe sort of find it useful. Oh yeah. Will you be okay? I mean, between that and the whole trying to snatch a collar from under Mandy's nose, I imagine they might be mildly annoyed at you. Serves them right for not paying me what I'm worth. Besides, I've had a pineapple regret, which means doing things I'm gonna regret. Don't worry about me, doll. My wool might get dirty, but I know a good dry cleaner. Oh, I like that. Okay. Now just shove that booster seat out the way and mind the slobber on the pacifier. Ah, the joys of being a mother. Thanks, Mom. I mean, Deborah. I appreciate you giving me a lift. Again. Don't mention it. I figure these are billable hours, so a few more of these rides should put at least 2 more kids through college. Wait, you're billing me for this? I thought you were just doing it because you like me. I do! I like you because I get to bill you. A lot. You know what? I'll take it. Right now, I need all the friends I can get. I need to ask you something. Something very important. Anytime. Do you mind if I get myself a tongue bath back here? I'm in desperate need of one. Oh, yes, you are. Go right ahead. The back seat's already covered in drool from the kids anyway.
Fantastic. Now to see if I've got enough room to start licking my own crotch.
Oh my god, sir. Okay. Where to go to? Oh, she's still gone. Goody. Go away. I'm not going to sit here and have you refuse to see that this is a conspiracy. I'm not talking until you see it too. There's been a lot of holes like this. You know how you said that was a part of conspiracy? Well, you might be right. Turns out there have been tons of these holes appearing all over town. I told you. What'd I tell you? Maybe you already knew about that if you're part of the conspiracy. Sir, people don't trust me with their lunch money. I don't think anyone would trust me with a large spanning criminal underworld conspiracy. Kind of makes sense. Wait, did you mention criminal underworld? Yeah, that'd be the conspiracy part. My source says that various gangs in the city have been trying to chase down these holes and look for something. Or someone that appeared along with them. Some of them have been trying to beat each other to the punch or pay off others to go in and steal what they're looking for. It's a bad scene, as my source would say. Wait, what did you say? Well, that the gang's trying to be first to find. No, the other thing. What does your source say? Oh, she said it was a bad scene. Frankly, I feel like it's a bad pun, but you know. Alright, I'll trust you. Coming out. Whew, I thought you'd never come out. Let's get a look at you. What's wrong? Is my wool messy? Sorry, I haven't had a shower in a month, so... No, you just look a lot like someone I know. Uncannily, even. Like someone used the same model of the sheep twice. Oh, I'm sure that's just coincidence. There's no other reason that someone would reuse the same model, after all. This is coming from Mr. Conspiracy. Aren't you just complaining I was treating the whole like a coincidence and ignoring the larger conspiracy? Now you're trying to say is this coincidence? Of course. Because it's completely different. It's not like this is something where special attention is being called to it or anything. But you are calling special attention to it. Anyway! Now you see what I'm talking about. This is all part of the cult's machinations. And the criminal underworld is grasping at its grasping paw. Hang on, back up a minute. Before we start unpacking that, airport's worth the baggage. What does any of this have to do with your wife, and why are you hiding from her? Aren't you listening? She's a member of the cult. She's taking part in whatever foul kidnappings they got going on. Maybe even murder. And you know this how? You want me to start with reading it in her journal or start with hearing it from her victim's own lips? Yes. Sir, where'd you go? Hello? Sir? Wait, where? Hello? Okay, there you go. I was like, Mr. Chief, where'd you go? It's a relief to have someone to be able to tell about all this. What do you need to know? Okay, start from the beginning. Let's pace ourselves a bit. Start at the beginning. What happened the day you started hiding in your room? Well, it all started when Wilma's headed off for her ballet recital. I'd rather be shaved by a blind yak than watch that stuff, so I decided to go out on the town. Before I could do that, let me guess, suddenly a hole appeared in the wall with a loud bang. Actually, no, the hole had been there for a week already. She said it was for a skylight she was putting in. I was drinking some water and accidentally spilled some. Normally I just wait for her to get home to clean it up, but after I kept Sorry, weaponized incompetence makes me want to scream. After I kept slipping on the puddle when I got ready, I finally decided to mop it up myself. And it took me an hour to find the closet with the cleaning supplies, because, you know, not like I ever used them. But when I opened it, I saw... What? Cleaning supplies? Well, yes, but I also saw him, her victim. What victim? What means to say victim? What else do you call something or someone who's been kidnapped, tied up, and stuck in a closet? Wait, back up. You're saying you found someone tied up in one of your closets? Yeah. That's what I just said. Pay attention. I'm not just someone. A strange, freakish creature like nothing I'd ever seen before. Hey, I represent that remark. Huh? I mean, it was a weird, small, four-legged cat, right? What? No, nothing like that. What part of never seen before didn't make sense to you? God, I'm amazed my wife hired you. Okay, so what was it, if not a cat? He was pink, I guess? No fur at all, except on his head and chin. Stood on two legs, but a lot taller than me. Had the weirdest face I've ever seen. Wait, was it a human? Yes, I'm the title holder no longer. So, you found a creature tied up in your broom closet. How do you know your wife was the one who tied him up? Because he told me when I took the gag off? Wait, he was gagged and he could speak? That's usually why you gag someone, yes. He begged me to help him, said he'd been trapped in there for at least a few days. Let me guess, around the time the hole appeared. Do you see how we got there? Well, yes and no. I need a drink. I'm not really fucking with this cider. I need to, like, mix it with something. He said he appeared in the apartment somehow, which didn't make any sense, and when I asked him to explain, his explanation made less sense. When I asked how he got in the closet, he was very clear there. It's my wife. My perfidious partner, my suspicious squeeze, my... Mr. G, focus. How did she manage to overpower him? He said that when he first appeared, my wife was there in the apartment. Apparently she reassured him, explained some things, made him some tea to calm him down. But the tea tasted strange, and he fell asleep, only to wake up in the closet, gagged and bound. I knew her tea was bad, but I had no idea it was that bad. You said you were able to tell your wife was an evil kidnapper cultist from her journal? Well, sort of. It's also her day planner, you see. And her to-do list. She also calls it her manifestation diary. I get the picture. So wait, you read this thing and somehow between her grocery list, 5-year plan, and dream diary, you got mad hostages taking cultists out of it? I mean, it wasn't difficult. She put down cultist meeting in her day planner. Huh. Not the smartest cultist I've ever heard of. You sure she didn't write client meeting in really bad handwriting? No. That ends up looking like diet meeting. Let me tell you, the day I asked how the diet meetings were going was not a good day for me. Okay. What else did this creature say to you other than, help me, get me out of here? I mean, there was a lot of that. A lot. And of course, there was when he told me about what my wife did. But everything else he said was weird. Right, you said something earlier about his explanation of appearing was weird and made no sense. What did he actually say? Honestly, I didn't understand a word of it. Something about orbity, blorbity electrons and boron particles and spinning quintlet numbers. Sounds like physics. That sounds less like an explanation, more like me when I'm drunk. Did this creature have a name? He did. What was it again? Humdinger? Schrodinger? The cat guy? Shoe digger? Let me think. Oh, fuck, I can't talk right now. Schrodinger. That's it. Heck of a name. I feel for the guy. My last name's Gesundheit. I didn't sneeze. See what I mean? Anyway, poor guy seemed kind of freaked out. Though, more about the closet thing than anything else, weirdly enough. Ah, yes, because everything else seems so run-of-the-mill. Did he say anything else strange? Well, now that you mention it, he did keep asking about his cats. Okay, creature in your closet claiming your wife drugged him and tied him up. I imagine he had some reaction to that. Well, my first reaction was to try and find something to drink. Oh, that was kind. Water for the prisoner? No, whiskey for me. Then, while I was chugging, he started begging me to keep something safe for him, to make sure my wife didn't get it. Between that and how big he was, and how weak he was after being trapped in there, I figured I needed help, so I went to my neighbor to ask for help. And did they? Well, see, that's the thing. When we got back, the poor thing was gone. Just vanished out of the closet entirely, no trace of him. Could he have just escaped after you untied him and left the apartment by himself? You did untie him, right? No, I forgot something. Okay, so if he was still tied up, then someone must have moved him. Either your wife or someone else. Either way, my wife had something to do with it. After we found the closet empty, I read her journal and... Oh, yeah, that's when I locked myself in. So you didn't suspect your wife of being a cultist or kidnapper before any of this? Nope. Only suspected her of having bad taste in entertainment. I mean, ballet? Really? All foofy jumping and pointing hooves? So you're saying that, oh, the giant hole that appeared in your living room didn't maybe clue you in that something was up? I guess she was just on one of her redecorating kicks again. Trust me, busting a giant hole in the wall is not the weirdest thing she's ever done. Okay, so you didn't suspect her. But wouldn't she suspect you for being onto her? I mean, if she was holding this guy hostage, surely it would have occurred to her that the reason you freaked out and hid from her was because you found him. I don't think you realize how rarely I do any cleaning. I think that was the first time I ever even opened the broom cupboard. She probably figured her secret was safe in there forever. Well, hopefully this has inspired you to do more cleaning around the house. Ew, no, I'll just live in filth, thanks. Okay. The creature mentioned keeping something safe from your wife. Yes, he seemed really agitated about it, so I took it with me when I went to go find help. Where is it now? I left it with my neighbor. I trust them, and they seem like they knew where to keep it safe. With this neighbor being, where can I find them? I said I trust them. Doesn't mean I trust you. Wait, wasn't the whole song and dance about getting you out of the bedroom whether or not you could trust me in? Anyway, I'm sure it's still safe and sound with them. Haven't talked to them since I started hiding, mind you, but they're good about this sort of thing. Still don't know what the big song and dance is about, though. I think that guy would have more things to worry about than some old collar. Wait, collar? The creature had a collar on? Sure did. Talked about it all the time, but couldn't make head or tail of what he was saying. Mentioned something about looking for some other callers, too. Can I take a look at your wife's journal? I'd like to see what was so suspicious in there. Plus, there might be a hint as to where she took this guy. Over there, stealing your mind for the horrors and evils within. You haven't seen my journal. Trust me, my mind is very, very steeled. I'll be right back. I need to check something. Been stuck in one place for a month. I think I can handle 5 minutes. Okay, where's the journal? Is this it? That's not it. Where's the journal? That's not the journal. Where's the journal? Oh, it's in here. My diary. Please keep out. That means you, Ed.
Let's see what's in here.
Today's schedule. 7 a.m. Get up and make breakfast. 8 a.m. Clean Ed's mess. Noon. Finish cleaning Ed's mess in time for lunch. 1 p.m. Grocery shopping. 2 p.m. Fur appointment.
Gotta say, this isn't sounding particularly incriminating about her being a cultist.
3 p.m. Pick up dry cleaning. 4 p.m. Pick up Jay for cult meeting. 5 p.m. Cult meeting. 6 p.m. Big dinner.
See, nothing at all out of the ordinary. Oh, right.
Shopping list. Egg, spread, milk, grass for Ed. Ethically sourced meat from me. Unethically sourced meat as a treat. Tea, sugar, sleeping powder. Odorless, tasteless. Rope, blindfold, gag, keep for fun, or for later fun with Ed. Oh my. Cleaning detergent, incense, knife, new cloak, black. Sandwiches for tomorrow's cult meeting. Reminder, Jay dislikes mustard and M hates mayo. Cupcakes for tomorrow's cult meeting.
Wow, this is some dark, evil stuff. I mean, she went and got store-bought cupcakes for her secret cult meeting instead of home-baked.
Sir.
That woman's a monster.
She's a monster. Martha Stewart would say it's fine. My personal goals and manifestations.
Wow, she even used glitter pens on that last word.
1. Finding happiness in my comfortable home. 2. Tell Ed to clean his own mess for once. 3. Earn enough money to afford ballet lessons. 4. Twist the laws of reality and morality to serve the members of our cults of greatness and to enrich us with wealth and power beyond our wildest dreams. 5. Spend more time in the great outdoors. 6. Take up knitting. Dear diary, exciting day today. I was cleaning up yet another one of Ed's messes, and wouldn't you know it, some strange guy suddenly appeared out of a hole in my living room. I know, I can't believe it either. Aren't I the luckiest? He said he was looking for some cat in their collars. Apparently they have some sort of power. Naturally, I did what any smart lady does in such a situation. Got them, tied him up, and stuck him in the closet. I am a genius. After all, he might be exactly who our cozy little cult has been waiting for all these years. The ticket to everything we've ever dreamed of. We'll tell the other members at the ritual tomorrow since I'm already bringing potato salad. Maybe ask Jay to help me move him. Luckily, no one will ever find him. It'll be a cold day in hell when Ed actually opens the broom cupboard. Dear diary, what a day. I'm so excited. After longing for it for so long, I finally got to see the latest production of Swan Lake. Hooray! It was absolutely indescribable, just like the other 20 versions I saw. I've already bought tickets to the next one. I've heard it might involve a goat. I also took advantage of dear Ed being out of the house with his friends and finally got my house guests moved to the cult HQ. Whew. One less chore around the house. Everyone's really excited about our visitor and agreed we should keep him at the mansion. Oh, he was heavy to carry though. Thank goodness Jay came along to help. We got him in the cult meeting and had quite the lovely interrogation. I was quite late when I got home, and dear sweet Ed must have already gone to bed, innocent as the lamb. But the silly little sheep left the door locked. Oh dear. Things
This one's dated for today.
Oh, today. World hunger and poverty. The price
She
of
must have written it before I showed up.
Whether the other cult members will like the pie I baked for tonight's meeting. Where the last 2 callers have gone to, we have 3 of the 5, but the first one is still missing, and M ended up losing the 5th. How are we supposed to achieve our goals without them? There's only 5. Oh, poor sweet Ed, I wish I had the foggiest idea what's bothering him. I can't think of a single thing that would explain why he's suddenly scared and defensive of me. I'm massively overpaying for Detective Wilde's talent.
Getting a bargain, more like it. But wait, M lost the fifth? Could that be Mantis? Do I have the fifth caller? That's everything. Call me a crazy cat, but I'm beginning to think this lady might be a cultist.
Sir?
But hang on. Today's schedule, tomorrow's meeting, all of these entries are dated, meaning I can tell when these cult meetings are happening. Looks like they happen every week like clockwork. Using my deductive skills, I can work out the next one will be tonight. Or I could have guessed that from the entry from today that mentioned tonight's meeting.
Now we're really good at detective
Sure,
stuff.
I guess.
Okay. It's a relief to have someone to tell about all this. What do you need to know? Okay, I read the journal. I finished reading your wife's diary. It's a lot longer than the books I usually read. Not even any pictures. I thought the writing was subpar. Never mind that, you idiot. What about the proof of her crimes? Did you see? Yeah, it's my professional and experienced opinion that your wife is fully a cultist. Yep. How much is my wife paying you for these amazing leaps of insight and intellect? Never mind that. The journal mentions some sort of meeting she goes to regularly. Do you know where that might be? No clue. Okay. Do you have any ideas about this Jay character? He seems to be a culty friend of your wife's. No idea. Do you actually know anything about your wife's personal life at all? Friends, pastimes, hobby? No, why don't I bother staying updated on all that? She's just my wife after all. It's not like, I just married her. I'm beginning to think the two of you might just deserve each other. Alright, well, I gotta figure out how to crash a cult meeting. Getting out of your room, I want to get somewhere safe. You have to tell me twice. This whole thing is definitely what I would call a bad scene. Huh. Giving me an idea. Never thought I'd say this, but I might actually have to go talk to the cops. Betty!
So Mr. G's wife is involved with something sinister, and more callers are showing up. But that's not what's got me thinking. Two things are bugging me. One, I have a big itch on my back that I just can't reach. And two, Mr. G's a sheep.
Yes.
Which would be fine if Elma wasn't a sheep as well. That's too many sheeps in one case just to be a coincidence. Something's not adding up. And since I suck at basic math, I'm gonna go talk to Betty. She at least can count above 10, I think.
Well, look who's back. Still can't help you, Does that mean you can help me, you can't help me, or you can't not help me? It means I clearly have to pick a simpler code, one that your tiny brain can actually wrap around. Well, either way, I'm here for something you can help me with, or can help me with, whatever. You got records on everyone in the city in your file cabinets, right? I need to check up on someone relevant to the case. Sure, I suppose. I'm just lucky my files are organized. What's your last name? Elma Gautier. A female name? I'm amazed you met a woman who could tolerate you for more than 60 seconds. Hey, I got plenty of female friends. Some of them even tolerate me for more than 90 seconds. Anyway, do you have a file on her? I'm gonna check my drawers. Searching for a file. And, oh boy, I sure do have a file on her. Got a list of crimes here down to my hoof. Like what? Stealing, kidnapping, murder? More like 20 cases of is a femme fatale and noir drama, so is clearly guilty of something or other. Well, that and the petty theft, fencing stolen goods, blackmail, solicitation, and taking candy from a baby? The witch! She's got a diverse portfolio of skills, that's all. Does she have any relatives? Don't suppose she had any relatives, does she? See, I don't know. Brother? It says unknown is Gautier. What does that mean, is Gautier? That's compared to what? A Yorkshire Terrier named Steve? I mean, you're not totally wrong. Wait, I'm not? Man, Elma, I'm sorry, Steve pulled a fast one on me. I didn't even notice the wagging tail. No, I mean more that she's gone by another name before Gautier, according to this. It's like the first thing we have a file for her is a petition for a legal name change. Gautier is what she changed it to. What? Why? Apparently the legal reason she wrote on her form was, my original family name is bad. How bad? Apparently her original family name was Gesundheit? Wait, Gesundheit? That's the same last name as the other sheep I've been talking to. They must be related or something. This is one of your all sheep look alike things, Al. I swear to salt licks. No, I think I'm onto something. Look up Gesundheit. I didn't sneeze. Yes, I know, that's just the last name. And we've already done that gag to death. Look up the files for any male sheep with the last, or with the name Gesundheit. Or I guess, Gesundheit, yeah, all the different ones. I think that's enough work off of now. Frankly, it's much more than you usually give me to go off of. Searching for files. Here we go. Mr. Gesundheit, an assistant for a parking violation, was blocking a zebra crossing. Or zebras. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely him. Oh, my client. Well, more like the husband of my client. Long story. What does this file say? Let's see. Works in an office. Occasional arrest for public drunkenness. Who doesn't have those in this town? Family connections. Says he's married to a wolf. Is this Gesundheit? Yeah, that'd be my client. Or my suspect. It's a bit complicated. Any other family members? It's like his parents are all deceased. Only living relative is a half-sister. Gesundheit. Elma! Okay, we knew it. I knew they were connected somehow. Mr. G's half-sister, Gesundheit, is Elma. Elma and Mr. G are siblings. Wait, you mean your stupid insistence that every animal knows other animals of the same species actually paid off for once? What could I say? I'm a genius. It's part of being such a master detective. Okay, master detective. So what are the implications of these two being related? Well, obviously that's... I mean, clearly they, I don't know, actually. This is my surprised face. But you know who would know? One of the siblings in question. I need to go talk to them and find out what's up. You suppose that's fair? At least you're doing something that can be vaguely mistaken for detective work if you squint at it. Just more than the police department's doing. Hey, you helped tons. Or, you didn't help. Because you're not supposed to. You're really totally unhelped. That's... You know what? Whatever. I'll take the compliment. Go see these two witnesses and see what they say. Who knows? It might even have something to do with this case as opposed to the weird serendipity. One last thing. Schrodinger? Am I looking up Schrodinger in your files? Hang on, I think I know that name. Let me check our records. Yeah, he's a physics professor at the local university, apparently. Talks a lot about things like, things my underpaid police hind doesn't understand. Entanglement, wave mechanics. Let me guess, he's been missing for the past, say, month or so? No, he's been out of town attending some sort of big wig seminar about physics. A likely story. Probably just a cover for him being missing while he was actually trapped in a wolf's closet with a gag in his mouth. Interesting theory, but considering the newspapers have pictures of him for weeks, with headlines like local university professor amazes international community with lecture, it'd be pretty hard to explain. Which, of course, you would have known if you ever read the newspaper. Just glance over it for the classifieds and the comics. Those are the only important bits anyway. Still, that's strange. If Schrodinger had been out of town with an airtight alibi, who's the guy in the closet claiming to be Schrodinger? Beats me. Maybe ask him. It's gonna be a bit of a toughie. Maybe our secret siblings might shed more light on the situation.